Sviatoslav Yaroslavovych Palamar was born on October 10, 1982, in Novyi Rozdil, a small town in Lviv Oblast, Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. In 1993, his family moved to Mykolaiv, another town in the Lviv region, where he spent much of his childhood. His parents often worked abroad to support the family, so Sviatoslav and his older brother, Volodymyr, were primarily raised by their grandparents, both of whom were educators with nearly 50 years of teaching experience. This upbringing instilled in him a strong sense of Ukrainian patriotism and history, influenced by stories from his great-grandmother about events like World War I, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and conflicts involving Poles and Russians. As a child, Sviatoslav was energetic and imaginative, often playing with toy soldiers and simulating battles. He excelled in school, particularly in history, and was known for his excellent memory and voracious reading habits. 89 F10A He was athletic, positive, creative, and deeply connected to nature, enjoying explorations in places like the Carpathians, the Dnieper River, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. After graduating from school, Palamar enrolled at the Lviv University of Trade and Economics, also referred to as the Lviv Commercial Academy or Lviv Trade and Economic Institute, DBABD. However, he took an academic leave to pursue military service, training at an international peacekeeping troops center and later contracting with the 80th Airborne Brigade. By 2014, he had transitioned into civilian life, working as a commercial director in a company and managing his parents' small business. Political involvement and entry into military service. Palamar's patriotic leanings led him to join the nationalist group Patriot of Ukraine in 2000, an organization known for its far-right views at the time. He participated in major Ukrainian political movements, including the Orange Revolution in 2004 and the Revolution of Dignity, Euromaidan, in 2013. During Euromaidan, he joined without informing his family, driven by a sense of duty, telling his mother, "Who if not me, Mom?" As he was single and felt unburdened by family obligations unlike his brother. 884493 The events of Maidan convinced him that war with Russia was inevitable, prompting him to enlist in volunteer units immediately after. ABA 41E. In August 2014, at the onset of the war in eastern Ukraine, Palamar joined the Azov Regiment, initially a volunteer battalion, later integrated into the National Guard of Ukraine. He started as a machine gunner and senior sergeant, adopting the callsign Kalyna, guelder rose, a traditional Ukrainian symbol representing resilience and national identity, drawn from Ukrainian folklore, songs, and legends. Over the years, he rose through the ranks, taking on roles in personnel management and recruiting, emphasizing the need for soldiers to think independently and act with patriotism. He fought in key battles during the Donbass War, 2014-2022, including the liberation of Shyrokine, Popasna, and areas around Mariupol. Palamar has denied allegations of Nazi affiliations within Azov, insisting it is a professional military unit focused on defending Ukraine. Personal life and family. Palamar met his wife, Antonina, Tanya, a student from Lviv, during the Euromaidan protests. They married in January 2016 and settled in Mariupol, where she worked as a secretary in the Azov Regiment. The couple has a son, Lukian, born around 2017. He was 5 years old in 2022. During the 2022 invasion, his wife and son evacuated to western Ukraine for safety. Palamar's older brother, Volodymyr, lives in Montenegro with his wife and 3 children, one of whom attends university there. His mother, Lydia, has been a steadfast supporter, often communicating with him during his deployments and drawing strength from community prayers. In his personal time, Palamar enjoys cooking, often helping in the kitchen even during service, and has a passion for fishing, dreaming of peaceful mornings by a lake. He is an avid reader with a large library, favoring works by Ernest Hemingway, Eric Maria Remarque, Ukrainian authors like Oksana Moroz and Mary Matios, and biographies of historical figures such as Ataturk and Winston Churchill. He aspires to travel to places like Cambodia, India, Central Africa, Latin America, and Japan. Described by his mother as having a wide circle of friends from childhood and Maidan, he maintains strong personal connections despite his military life. Role in the 2022 Russian invasion and the Battle of Mariupol. With the full-scale Russian invasion in February 2022, Palamar, then a captain and deputy commander of the Azov Regiment, played a pivotal role in the defense of Mariupol. He commanded forces, including Azov fighters and Ukrainian Marines, who retreated to the Azovstal steelworks after intense urban combat. The siege lasted 86 days under brutal conditions, with limited food, water, and medical supplies. Palamar became a public face of the resistance, recording videos from the Azovstal bunkers, holding a historic press conference on May 8, 2022, with intelligence officer Ilya Samoylenko, and appealing for international aid to evacuate civilians and the wounded. He described Mariupol as a city of martyrs, and highlighted acts of heroism, such as young commanders leading assaults and wounded soldiers refusing surrender. Ukrainian forces protected civilians, including children, at Azovstal, and Palamar emphasized the emotional toll of losing comrades. In a September 2025 interview, Palamar revealed new details. The defense of Azovstal halted Russian advances elsewhere, potentially saving Zaporizhia. Morale was boosted by information leaflets amid no internet. Daring helicopter missions by Ukraine's defense intelligence delivered supplies, reinforcements, and evacuated the wounded, deserving recognition in military history. And troops quickly adapted to Western weapons like NLAW before surrendering on orders from Ukrainian command. The defenders destroyed all equipment and sensitive information to deny it to the Russians. Following the surrender in May 2022, Palamar was captured by Russian. He was released on September 21, 2022. In a prisoner of war exchange and agreed to remain in Turkey until the war's end. DB 1545. However, on July 8, 2023, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky facilitated his return to Ukraine. FCCAD. Awards and recognition. Palamar's service has earned him numerous honors, including the Order of Danilo Halitsky, awarded in the Azovstal bunkers on April 17, 2022, the Medal for Military Service to Ukraine, the Breastplate for Valiant Service, the Breastplate for the Defense of Mariupol, and the insignia of the National Guard Commander for heroic service. He once considered a gifted firearm his most prized award. On October 1, 2022, he received Ukraine's highest honor, the title of Hero of Ukraine. Current status. As of 2025, Palamar holds the rank of Lieutenant Colonel and serves as Deputy Commander for Personnel Management of the 1st Azov Corps in the National Guard of Ukraine. He continues to reflect on the war's events through interviews and public appearances, such as being listed as a guest at the 2025 book Arsenal in Ukraine. F6990C. His story embodies Ukrainian resilience, from a history-loving child in western Ukraine to a key figure in one of the war's most iconic battles.